Gichiwe, Hotep brothers and sisters. How's everybody doing? Those of you that might not know me, my name is Mr. G7. Everybody knows me. Victor, Mr. G7. Alright, now the reason why I'm making this sort of short take here is that a few people have come up to me and asked me, they said, brother, why do you keep on recommending Dr. Ray Hagins' DVD, The Council of Nicaea, and a lot of other material when I understand that you have been silenced by Dr. Ray Hagin from speaking at the African Village, even though you are co-founder of the African Village, and why you keep on recommending to him that people listen to his to his material when you and the Bora have been silenced from speaking. I said, first of all, it is true that through Dr. Ray Hagins' chief national spokesman, Minister Assar, from Minister Assar, told me that it's recommended that by Dr. Ray that since we don't agree or see eye to eye in a certain item, that it'll be best for me not to speak. He did not tell me not to attend the African Village. He said we were welcome to attend, but he rather that I not speak. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, that's cool with me. I said, first of all, let's understand one thing. Dr. Ray Hagin has never asked me to start an African Village in Brooklyn. He has never asked me to attend the African Village. He has never asked me to get on his website, wblr.com, and tell you family to support him and give him money. Okay? Anytime that I have ever seen Dr. Ray Hagin and spoken to Dr. Ray Hagin, as well as my daughter, my son, and as well as Deborah, Dr. Ray Hagin and his lovely Mrs. Angela has showed me nothing but love, respect, and honor. So I have no beef with Dr. Ray Hagin. That is my brother. That's his African Village. You don't want me speaking African Village? That's cool. Let me get my marbles, right? And if I want to start my own thing, I speak at my own thing. But you see, let me just address this, because I'll tell you why in a couple of minutes why it's so important that I do address this, because Dr. Ray Hagin is going to come. He's going to be in New York City, the Boys and Girls Club, December 7th, 1700 Fulton Street, and 1700. Powerful, powerful numbers, because that's a powerful brother. That Dr. Ray Hagin is my brother. And you see, the problem with us, right, is that if we see that there's someone, that our people are sick and someone needs help, right, we use our personal pride and hurt by saying, well, that brother said this, or did that brother say this, right? So you stir up confusion and envy, where this brother has medicine to help our people, right? But you know something? In another community, they'll put their personal animosity and hurt and pride aside, right, for the benefit of the whole. So if I know that Dr. Ray Hagin has medicine, and you know why I know? Because he has medicine, right, for our people, because his medicine helped set me free. And I was studying with Minister Louis Farrakhan and studying with Elijah Muhammad. All they did to me, as far as Jesus Christ, my teaching of being a Christian, right, was paint them black. Alright, that's cool. When I'm studying with the Moorish Science, which Brother Taj, a beautiful brother, Sister Raj, beautiful people. Okay, they're beautiful people, and I think their heart is sincere, right? And how I look like, right? Not attending the National Black Theater no more and walking away and saying anything negative about them. I can't say nothing negative about them, because everybody is working in harmony to resurrect our people. They just tell you straight up, right? When you get in front of that cracker, right, and you want to stand on your square, if you're not standing right, you're going to be standing in a square inside the jail cell, because they'll make an example out of you. So they'll tell you, right, when they say be on your square, when you turn around and go like this, there's nobody but God is going to have your back. So if you don't want to go to jail, know what you're doing. But he tells you before you go, study, study, study. Right? So I have nothing bad to say about them. That's my brother. That's my sister. Now, Dr. Ray Hagin, right? The boy came home one day with a DVD, probably got a bootleg copy, right, of the Council of Nicaea from Brother Sinetta on 121st Street. And when I seen this information, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. But meanwhile, the bottom line is that resurrected my life and has me on the journey that I'm continuing right now. So for me, to badmouth the brother because I can't speak in African village, come on now. Come on. You see, what happens is that envy and hatred and pride gets in the way, right? And now as we celebrating, as the world celebrates the 50th anniversary of the assassination of JFK, we have the example of our brother, Malcolm X. And this is just an example of a student and teacher relationship. And I say one thing, Dr. Ray Hagin continues, I respect him, continues to be my teacher. In other words, I can continue to learn from him, even though we might not see eye to eye. But guess what? I think we do see eye to eye. But people focus on what they disagree with more than what they have in unity, and then other people are hurt. So the example of my brother was this. Here you were, locked up, right? He was a thief, he was a pimp, he was a nickel and dime drug dealer and user, right? Okay? Functionally illiterate, and now you in jail, and now you come under the wings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He educates you, and now when you walk out of prison, right, he makes you his national spokesperson. You can sit, man, with the best scholars of Yale University, Princeton University, Oxford University, and debate and make them look like they don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, so now they assassinate John F. Kennedy. And the American people are brokenhearted. They're brokenhearted, everybody's hurt. And now you say it's a case of the chickens coming home to roost. And for the young people that are listening to this, right, even though you have the images of President Kennedy and a young family, and no one wants no one to get killed, nobody wants no one to be assassinated, but at the same time he was assassinating heads of state, right, from all over the earth, and where the indigenous people are, from the motherland, Kubu land, or what we call as Africa, all over the Anasazi territory of what they call Latin America, right? He was initiating coup and killing political prisoners right here in America, spying on Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers. So Malcolm said, basically Malcolm X said, listen, what goes around comes around, sooner or later, right? But Elijah Muhammad and knew that they had the young brothers out there in the street doing the work, and he didn't want the anger of the American people to turn against the brothers and sisters. So this is why he said, Malcolm, I'm going to silence you. What was it, 90 days or 60 days, right? Well, check this out. Malcolm goes to Mecca. And let me ask you something, brother. You mean to tell me that Malcolm X ain't never knew that there were some white Muslims? You think he went to Mecca and all of a sudden he found out, wow, I love white people. No. He decided to do his own thing, which is cool, right? If you want to do your own thing, that's your business. But what happened was that he came and he told Mike Wallace, right, 60 Minutes or live on TV, Elijah Muhammad wasn't the man I thought he was. And he badmouthed his teacher. And I'm saying, how the hell, why? You see, this is young people, so this is why they show you the t-shirt, and you walking around with Malcolm X. And let me tell you something, Malcolm X is a good brother. I love him. He's done so much to resurrect our people. Even in his death, he's done more than when he was alive, because when he was alive, contrary to popular belief, when you go to church and you hear your minister talk about Malcolm, let's understand one thing. Malcolm X was not even welcomed in their church. And just like a whole lot of ministers ain't going to welcome Dr. Ray Hagin in their church neither. So let's understand that. So instead of Malcolm X saying, you know something, let me keep my mouth shut. You don't go to your open enemy and disrespect and disgrace your teacher that resurrected you. How dare you? Keep your damn mouth shut and go about your business. And this is why the FBI and the police, they use the emotion, right, to infiltrate, okay, and to set up his assassination. And let me tell you something right now. I'm not going to be party to this with my brother, because this is what they do. Now, I had a couple of people calling me up and asking me, you going to National Black Theater? I mean, you going to in the National Black Theater? That just came out. I'm gonna point to that 1 second. But they want to know, am I going to the Boys and Girls Club on December 7th? I'm gonna see Dr. Ray, right? And I'm saying, wait a minute. I said, well, you know, Dr. Ray was just at the National Black Theater. I'm saying, these people I ain't heard for a couple of months, right? 2 people, right? You ain't calling me and inviting me to the National Black Theater. Why are you calling me and inviting me to the Boys and Girls Club, right? So you have to always think, because of this Ruby and all this, you know, Jack Ruby and all this, you got to be thinking assassination, because the enemy will always try to use any opening to infiltrate. So I tell myself, all right, okay, let me see. You go to National Black Theater, you go in there, the brothers at the door, they're searching you. There's basically one way in here, emergency door, right? So now they have tight security. Now, Boys and Girls Club, you got people walking in and out. You got a lot of entrances that you can really get in. If a person wants to get in there armed, they can get in there. So I'm telling myself, shit, why you invited me there, right? I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, you invited me there thinking I got some beef with Dr. Ray. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there with the bar and some shit go down. Next thing you know, somebody drops something in my lap. I'm like, what the hell? That's OG7. You know he has some beef. No. Just understand one thing. I have no beef with Dr. Ray. Dr. Ray is my brother, and we walk in harmony because he has given his life, and it shows by his work towards the resurrection of our people. Okay, so I just want to just make sure we understand that right now. Ain't no beef with Dr. Ray. Dr. Ray, I feel, was born for the mission and is a servant and a servant of God and a doctor sent to us to help heal us, because we damn sure sick and we've been bamboozled, we've been hoodwinked, we've been had, we've been tooken, right? Okay, now the last thing I want to say is this, right? Is that even though, okay, it's gonna be December 7th, right? And it's sponsored by, let me see right here. Okay, sponsored by the 100 black enforcement, the 100 blacks in law enforcement who care in the African village. Okay, brothers and sisters, understand one thing. Brother Vernon and Sister Javita, right, Brother Vernon is co-founder of the 100 Blacks Who Care. Okay, and we know that with all this stop and frisk and all this, that the police is not the most, favorite and trusted in our community. Brothers and sisters, whether we like it or not, guess what? We're going to need the police. We're going to need ex-military people. We're going to need people with training, because they want us dead. Okay? And the bottom line, listen, I've been going to the African village before. Been asked silence for the last, for 3.5 years from day one, the first day. And the most I ever see from black and law enforcement who care there is maybe 1 or 2 other members. So believe me, brothers and sisters, you don't have to feel like you're sitting there with police, okay? Those that, even though they are good police, and Vernon is a good brother, he's ex-police, I don't know his record in the street, but as far as I'm concerned, he's a good brother, and he really cares. And Sister Javita, so they're trying to knit this together. So when you go there to the African village, if you do decide to go, guess what? Even though you might look in the website, 100 black, no. It really doesn't have anything to do with police officers. And Dr. Ray will be the first to tell you, not all police officers like him and support him. So even though you might come now to the Boys and Girls Club, you see a whole more of course, because we need the security for him. Okay, but at the same time, he knows he does not just trusting you because you're police. So when you go there, you're not sitting there. Of course, any organization, you're going to have 1 or 2 spies and 1 or 2 rats working for the police. In the African village in Brooklyn, guess what? Is no exception. They are probably 1 or 2 in there. No doubt about that. And I'm not going to let them stir up any kind of resentment to my brother, because this is for the unity and the resurrected of our people. And Dr. Ray Hagin has the medicine. So I'm going to be the first one to tell my people, check out the Council of Nicaea. And another thing, let me just say this in closing, right? I have to this day, I done put on the Council of Nicaea by Dr. Ray Hagin, and I've told all my Christian family, told all my Muslim family, my Buddha family. I have to tell everybody, check this out. If the brother is wrong, please show me. He's letting you know the history of Jesus Christ, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600 years before the fact, before there was even a Jesus Christ. Those that worship Serapis were called Christians. Not an Antioch, what the Bible says. This is before you read this. It says those that worship Serapis were called Christians. So don't get mad at me if the history of Serapis tells you a mass murdering homosexual cracker that made our parents bow down and worship him, and the world knows today is Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something. The Bible is a good book. There's a lot of good examples in the Bible. That's not the point. The point is to worship in truth, in spirit and in truth, right? They've given us religion and taken away our spirituality. So Brother Ray, we love you. I hope forward to seeing you. And we all come in harmony and in peace. And for my brothers, the Muslim brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum, Akichiwe, and Hotep.